Hi viewers, welcome to Shaker's Biofactory for NEET Principles of Inheritance and Variations with Complementary Gene Interaction. If you like this video, subscribe my channel and click on bell icon to get notifications. Like, follow and share my videos to your students and friends to get more information in biology related to NEET and other national state level competitive exams. In this video, I am going to explain the interaction of complementary genes. So previously we discussed the intergenic gene interaction or non-allelic interaction. That means two or more independent genes. It may be present on either same or different chromosomes. These genes are interacted together to produce a new or different expression in organism. In this, one of the example, it is complementary genes. Complementary gene interaction is also one of the non-allelic gene interaction. In this, the dominant alleles at heterozygous loci may complement each other by masking recessive alleles at their respective loci. The two gene pairs controlling the same phenotypic character, it was first reported by W. Bateson and Punnett in fowls. Two gene pairs, non-allelic genes, are essential in dominant form to produce a particular character. The genes present on different chromosome, they are interacted together so that it can produces a new cumulative effect. Complementary genes are two pairs of non-allelic dominant genes that interacted to produce only one phenotypic character. That means a single trait. It is expressed with the help of two genes. It is called a complementary genes. By taking one example, in Lathyrus odoratus, it is called sweet pea plant. In this plant, the color of the flower, it is controlled by two genes. In this, one of the gene having a capital P small p allele and another gene having capital C small c alleles, both these genes can produce respective enzymes and to express purple color flowers in petal, especially in the structure of a flower. That means flower color, it is expressed if both genes are present on their respective loci on chromosomes. Especially in Lathyrus odoratus or sweet pea plant, both genes, at least with one dominant allele, it can synthesize a pigment in petals. These petals can express purple color petals and now the flower appeared with purple color. It is a dominant trait. If both genes with a homozygous recessive alleles or any one of the gene with homozygous recessive allele, it can express a recessive trait. At this time, the petal color become white having white color flowers. It is a recessive trait in sweet pea plant. That means both purple color flower and white color flowers, these are expressed due to interaction in between two different genes. These two different genes can regulate one trait. It is a flower color in sweet pea plant. When we observe the molecular nature or biochemical nature in the color of the flower, it is the color of the flower is expressed due to a pigment, it is called anthocyanin. If anthocyanin is present, the flower color becomes into purple. If anthocyanins are absent, at this time the flower color becomes into white, so that purple color is the dominant trait and white color is a recessive trait in flower of sweet pea plant. The pigment anthocyanin. Generally, these pigments are synthesized with the help of a series of steps. In this, each step it is catalyzed by a specific enzyme. When we observe its sequence, precursor. This precursor is the main raw material for the synthesis of anthocyanin pigments. In first step, the gene, especially capital C gene, because of dominant condition, if capital C allele, dominant allele is present in gene C, at this time it can synthesize one of the enzyme, it is called enzyme C. With the help of enzyme C, the precursor it becomes into an intermediate compound, but still it is not converted into anthocyanin. When in second step, another gene, it is called P gene. The P gene, if it having capital P dominant allele, at this condition, this gene P can synthesize an enzyme called enzyme P. This enzyme P is necessary to convert the intermediate compound to anthocyanin. That means both enzyme C and enzyme P are required for the conversion of precursor or raw material of pigment into anthocyanin. If any one of the gene, it may be either gene C or gene P, if it having homozygous recessive condition, at this time that suitable enzymes are not produced, even though another enzyme is in dominant condition, it never synthesis anthocyanin pigment. That means for the synthesis of anthocyanin pigments, both gene C and gene P are required. If both genes are with at least one dominant allele, in such condition only the flower color becomes into purple. It is called complementary genes. When both alleles with at least one dominant allele, at this time it can synthesize anthocyanin and petal color becomes into purple. It is a dominant trait. Any one of the gene with homozygous recessive condition, that means in the absence of an enzyme, anthocyanin pigments are not produced. At this time the petal color becomes into white. It is recessive trait. That means the development of dominant character, it needed the presence of both the genes with dominant allele. That nature is called complementary gene interaction. So let us discuss how the inheritance pattern of flower color it is seen in Lathyrus odoratus. In this interaction, first when we take the two plants as a parents, one of the plant having purple color flower as one of the parent and another parental plant having white color flowers. This purple color is expressed if both the P gene and C gene with dominant allele and its genotype is capital P and capital C. Another parental character, it is a white color flower. It is expressed in homozygous recessive condition so that its genotype is small p and small c. By conducting a cross in between these two parental plants, these parental plants can produce only one type of gametes because of homozygous condition. The first parent can produce one type of gametes with capital P, capital C alleles. The second parent can produce only one type of gametes with the small p, small c alleles. When both these gametes are fused to form F1 generation, in this F1 generation, the P gene and C gene with at least one dominant allele so that both enzymes are produced. When both P enzyme and C enzymes are produced, at this time the raw material it will be converted into anthocyanin. At this time, the flower color it becomes into purple. Again, by conducting a self-pollination or self-cross in between two F1 hybrids. Now, the F1 hybrid with heterozygous condition, it can produce four types of gametes. In this, 25% of gametes are with a capital P, capital C allele, 25% of gametes with a capital P, small c allele, the 25% of gametes are with a small p capital C allele and remaining 25% of gametes with the small p small c alleles. In this way, the F1 hybrid can produce four types of gametes. These F1 gametes are fused randomly to form F2 generation in Punnett square method when we observe the first combination. The first combination it becomes into capital P, capital C alleles. Both genes with dominant allele anthocyanin pigments are produced in petals. The petal color it becomes into purple. The second combination it becomes into capital P, capital C, small c. Here also both genes with the dominant allele, the flower color becomes into purple. The third combination capital P, capital C, small c. Now it becomes into purple color flower. The fourth combination it becomes into capital P, small p, capital C, both genes because of dominant alleles, the flower color becomes into purple. The next combination capital P, small p, capital C. Because of both genes with dominant alleles, the flower color becomes into purple. The next combination capital P, capital C, small c. So because of heterozygous condition, even though heterozygous condition is present, both genes have at least one dominant allele so that both enzymes are produced. The raw material it will be converted into anthocyanin and the flower color becomes into purple. The next combination capital P, capital C, small c. It expresses purple color flower. The next combination also capital P, capital C, small c. The flower color becomes into purple. The last combination capital P, capital C, small c. Here also anthocyanin pigments are synthesized in petals so that the petal color becomes into purple. So in this way, so totally 9 individuals are produced with purple color flowers. The next combination it becomes into capital P, small c. In this combination, only one gene having dominant allele but another gene having recessive alleles, especially in homozygous condition, so that due to absence of dominant allele in second gene, it never produces C enzymes, only P enzyme is produced. At this time, the raw material for pigment color, it is anthocyanin, is not produced. In such condition, the residue trait, that means white color flowers are expressed in petal, it becomes into residue trait, white color flowers are produced. Next combination capital P, small c. Here also only one gene having dominant allele so that the anthocyanin pigments are not synthesized in petal, the petal color becomes into white. The next combination small p, capital C. Even though the second gene having dominant allele, due to absence of dominant allele in first gene, it never synthesizes P enzyme and anthocyanin pigments are not synthesized in petals, the petal color becomes into white. The next combination capital P, small c. It expresses the residue trait white color flowers. The next combination capital P, sorry, small p, and capital C small c. Here, white color flowers are expressed. The next combination, small p, capital C small c. Here also white color flowers are synthesized. The last combination, so both genes are in restive condition, so there is no chance to produce both enzymes. In such condition, the restive trait white color flowers are produced in sweet pea plant. In this way, this complementary gene interaction, it can produces the purple and white color flowers with different genotypes and with the different phenotypes. After completion of complementary gene interaction, due to complementary gene interaction, the phenotypic ratio it becomes into 9:7 because two genes are needed to express the dominant trait. If the two genes with the recessive allele or one gene with recessive allele, it becomes into recessive trait, so that the complementary gene interaction phenotypic ratio it becomes into 9:7. Let us discuss how to calculate its phenotypic ratio. In F2 generation, totally 16 individuals are produced. In these 16 individuals, 9 individuals have purple color flowers and their genotype is capital P, capital P, capital C, capital C, capital P, capital P, capital C, small c, capital P, small p, capital C, capital C, capital P, small p, capital C, small c. So at least one dominant allele present in both genes. In such condition, both P enzyme and C enzyme are produced for the synthesis of anthocyanin pigment. In such condition, the petal color becomes into purple. In similar way, out of 16 individuals, the 7 individuals, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The 7 individuals are with the white color flowers have a genotype. It is capital P, small c, small c. Capital P, small p, small c, small c. Small p, capital C, small p, capital C, small c, small p, small c. With this genotype, the flower color it becomes into white due to absence of either one enzyme or two enzymes. Anthocyanin pigments are not synthesized, so that the petal color becomes into white and it leads to expression of recessive trait. It is the interaction of complementary genes. The phenotypic ratio of complementary gene interaction it is equal to 9:7. Out of 16 individuals, 9 individuals can express dominant trait, 7 individuals will express recessive trait. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe my channel, like and share my videos to your students and friends.